So this is essentially what test 2 is going to look like. However, this is on the computerized version, and you'll have a printed out version if you were in my face-to-face class. The first one, you're going to identificar el objeto directo. You're going to listen carefully to each sentence, and this you will either, if you're in the online class, you'll be listening to this on your own. You'll be pressing each of these play buttons. If you're in my face-to-face class, I will be pushing these buttons for the class.
Tengo la calculadora.
Okay, so it's going to read a sentence in which you have a direct object, and you have to change the sentence from it being, for example, I write letters to I write them. So you're going to replace your direct object with a direct object pronoun. So you'll pick the options below that replace that restate the statement that was already given using a direct object pronoun in place of the direct object. Here you're just identifying the direct object. You just read the sentence and decide which of the nouns in the sentence, which of the nouns happens to be the direct object, and you just pick it here. Here you're going to decide whether or not you need the personal a, and if you don't, you're going to put an X. Remember that you use the personal a when your direct object is a person or an animal, a specific person or animal, and remember that it doesn't get used after the verb tener, and it also doesn't get used in want adds or personal adds, or sentences that read like that. Preferencias here is just vocabulary. Read the sentences, plug in the correct vocabulary word. Here you're choosing the correct demonstrative adjective. It says your classmate wrote some sentences in Spanish to practice the demonstrative adjectives. However, he can't remember the gender of his nouns. Help him by selecting the demonstrative adjective that correctly completes each question or statement. So here you'll be paying attention to location, but you'll also be paying attention to the gender of the noun that's getting described by this demonstrative adjective. So if you have a masculine plural noun, you have to have a masculine plural demonstrative. So that would eliminate some of your choices. Okay, here again, your classmate wrote, it's the same thing, it's just carried over here. Here, complete the sentence with the appropriate demonstrative adjective or pronoun. So just remember that if things are close to you, aquí, you tend to use a form of este. If they're a little far from you, allí, you use a form of ese. And if they're really far from you, allá, you use a form of aquel. And then make it agree with the noun it's replacing or the noun it's describing. Here, saber or conocer, you read these sentences, decide whether or not you want saber or conocer, and then conjugate it correctly for the subject of your sentence. Remember that the subject of your sentence tends to come before the verb in a statement and after the verb in a question. And then you have a reading section. You're going to read this little paragraph about Ignacio Maldonado, and then you're going to answer the questions based upon what you've read, and that's it.